Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda, hero of Psych, defender of the fatherland of you 2v2 on Eindhoven. The other 2v2 map with an E in it. Just like, the area's named with an E. Anyways, enough about that. We got Kettenkrats, we got Panzers up for Xufe and Angrybirds forming up here. There's a German army setting out with the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division in the north. It is Dr.Jekyll and Ausar.T.V fighting here a British-American task force here with the British 6th Armoured supported by the US 45th. We got heavy armor, we got Armour versus Mechanized, and that just leaves Xufe to pick a battle group, and I wouldn't be surprised them to being Armoured Support. Haha. So Dingoes, Riflemen, and a variety of other units on the way here. We got an MG42 on the way for Angrybirds and an increasingly rare sight of the German MG42, I feel like, at times. 250 half-tracks pulling up here for Xufe. And a double Dingo opening up for Dr. Jekyll, of course, fits in nicely here, of course, with the heavy armor builds. Do tend to see at times, basically, where you just get the dingoes up, put a lot of pressure on the opponent, basically trying to, bleed the opponent with the dingoes, they damage it, you repair it. Basically, you kind of have a manpower positive exchange, and then later on you withdraw them for more manpower. It's a bit of a cheeky one there, not as easy for example pull off in a 1v1, but if you can make it work, it can definitely give you a bit to go on. Basically wiring off the center court to deny cover to the opponent there, thumbs up to Angrybirds. German forces inside the castle rooms being focused down here with the dingoes, but the dingoes are taking a lot of damage here, so it's not quite working out as smoothly there for Dr. Jekyll as he would like to. More sappers on the way there, and there we go, half to rushing in. Dingoes will have to get withdrawn, or they're going to, become ding-on. And we got Ausar.T.V following up with the Jeep. Right from the west, they're pushing forward. We can see the Germans focusing hard east. Pretty much can see the entire west side, but at the same time, it also means they can probably win in the east unless, something terrible happens. Almost got the 250, and no, it gets away! Imagine the sheer bad luck that would have been there for Xufe. That would also been a huge win there for the dingoes in a sense. While they're pushing with the dingoes, one inspections, one here, need to be careful, half-track just zooming out. Sappers closing, and we actually see a full route here, another dingo gaining veterans, one Panzerjägers for Xufe. MG42 more here for Angrybirds, as he has also managed to sneak in some Grenadiers. And Ausar.T.V with more riflemen. He's interesting enough not pushing hard as west as I actually would have figured he would. And Sappers had to work fixing up those dingoes.
This should hold you for now. Taking hits.
Back at base here. Tech, of course, up there for Xufe. Not much further out there for Angrybirds. And we got a very early resource cache here out for Dr. Jekyll. For a bit of extra fuel here. He's clearly got something in mind here. Imagine that involves just a rash strategy there. West side victory points falling here to the American forces of the US 45th Infantry Division. East side there, dingoes have been fixed up. Panzer Grenadier company out for Angrybirds. And we got engineers for Ausar.T.V, of course, repaired jeeps and of course other things. Lay down mines, spot mines. And we got Dr. Jekyll here with a second cache out already. Another fuel cache. That's a lot of manpower being spent on fuel caches. Definitely looking like he's planning some kind of rush strategy, no doubt about it. Half the rushing support of the Panzerjägers. Dingoes moving up, shredding here. The 250, but with the Panzerjägers nearby, there's no way they can actually make this work out for them. He's going to lose here, I think, one if he's not very careful. Yeah, he lost one there. So we can see here Dr. Jekyll's strategy already there, encountering some pretty significant speed bumps. On the west side, MG42 catches their Ausar.T.V's forces in a bit of a twist as well. Got second well of Dr. Jekyll, and we got the air support center of Ausar.T.V. Assault Grenadiers for the Xufe and Panzer Grenadiers there for Angrybirds. Get American mortar there, making quite the dent there on the Germans, and that one is actually courtesy of the Jeep. He's actually got one of those kicks, and then he just hits a mine. Wow. But yeah. He basically went for that veterans build, as allows him to lay down mortars and machine guns for munitions. East side German forces pushing forward because of this stinging blow to Dr. Jekyll. He's not really going to be able to do much right away unless he decides to push out a lot of infantry all of a sudden, or light vehicles. Even that's going to be a bit tough for them, of course, like, you know, not having a lot of units. In fact, he's on just the 2 sappers. He has withdrawn the Dingo for more manpower. So that will, of course, assist a bit. Guessing a Humber, maybe it's a push for the Steward. But even then, he will need more infantry. Because at this point, again, he's only got 2 sapper sections, and that's it. That will struggle a bit to make major impact. And we got Angrybirds transfer out as 1 Grenadier squad for more Wehrmacht Panzergrenadiers for the Sturmgewehre. For now, the Allies do have some reasonable map control against the Germans. East side here, though, Cash spotted, about to get destroyed. Here we got Panzerjägers punching some very large holes in it. And Dr. Jekyll is just, you know, not spending his resources at all. Just putting manpower and fuel here, which does beg the question as to what exactly the game plan here is.
HQ shall be
Need my motor pull out of Ausar.T.V. Naval station out of Angrybirds. We've got Dr. Jekyll with a double Vickers build now here. Yeah, it looks like he's not intending to do for light vehicles at all. He will be going straight for the company command post by all appearances. And then I imagine trying to rush out some foot guards and then some tanks. Very bold strategy, definitely not one I'd say recommend it all for 1v1s. In team games it can work, but obviously does require, I think, a lot more work, and you don't throw away, you know, your Dinkers to Panzerjägers. For now, the Germans have a massive map control advantage again, as basically Dr. Jekyll has collapsed and Xufe has gone for armored support. Not really a big surprise at this point. So for now, Allies are feeling the pains of this strategy not quite working out there. Ausar.T.V is basically having to do a lot more of the lifting until Dr. Jekyll gets that take going and starts pushing back more effectively against the Germans. Vickers setting up here, at least trying to halt the German advance here. But Allied lines are very much practically imploding. And there you go. Second fuel cache in trouble here. Really not going well there for the Americans and the British. The entire strategy is really falling apart. I mean, it's definitely a risky strategy there, but had it worked out, they would have been in such a strong position. The Germans would have been close to already stuffed. We got the ground on the way there for Ausar. Company command post for Dr. Jekyll. He's definitely going to have to go for some fuel caches. Definitely just needs to get some map control there going again. Pack 40C for Angrybirds. Got more assault grenades from the Mechanized assault group there. Xufe, he's going for the Panzerarmee Commando. Greyhound right around the corner here for Ausar.T.V. We'll definitely need some armored side to go for that one. They're getting mauled here. Panzerjäger's getting smashed. Fuel putting about to fall. Like a really terrible situation for the Allies. We've got the Sapper squad here. Lone health grabbing the point. He clearly, I think, wants to get some foot guards going as soon as possible. I mean, he does think infantry and sending the foot guards would be, at this point, his best bet at getting back into this. There we go. Of course, getting tanks out is also going to be very important. Greyhound racing in a half track, just trying to get out of there. Step on it, Jürgen! I can't make this thing go faster! And down it goes. Graham needs to important with the sappers. Need to get the sapper section withdrawn and healed up. I know he wants to save manpower probably for more foot guards, but at this rate he just risks wasting the sappers. Panzer Company there for Angrybirds. Which does mean that Ausar.T.V is really the only player then without like any immediate intention of hitting the final building there for the tanks.
Territory sector lost.
He's instead going for Barstow, of course, make his rifle pack a heart bigger punch against the German infantry and support weapons. First foot guard section out here for Dr. Jekyll. Can actually go for a second one now, and I mean he absolutely should. Well, I can.
Territory sector lost.
Definitely should not dither or wait or anything. He just needs to get several foot guard section out there if he wants this to like even have a remote chance of working at this point. There you go, foot guards winning with the Thompsons and the bazookas. No, the British didn't really have a lot of them because the Americans didn't want to sell them like at like any reasonable cost. It's one of the reasons why, for example, they start developing the stun gun and the Piet, which stands for Projector Infantry Anti-Tank.
Sector now under enemy control.
Second foot guard section right around the corner for Dr. Jekyll's scouts. Definitely scout out a mine, just the very hard way. East side German forces poking up. We got the Xufe with the Armoured Support upgrade. Armoured Reserves.
Victory point lost.
So the Germans definitely leaving pretty high than that success they had after Dr. Jekyll's strategy. Very much just, did the equivalent of just falling flat over a banana peel and smashing its face into the concrete. Anti-tank and Ausar, another fuel cache this time out of him. And Dr. Jekyll, of course, with the infantry training to make his foot guards and sappers better. He's clearly waiting to push the foot guards in there until he has like some number of them, but he can't ease them to start doing something soon. We got Star Swimming Moth for Angrybirds, thumbs up. Fuel cache Ausar again. There you go, foot guards going for a 250 optical hits here. Another series of hits here, though in this case only one. The other one basically hit the nearby shed, but not the Germans.
Shock veterans have been relinquished to us.
Guessing Angrybirds, of course, are setting up here for the Vesper. Pushing in here, German forces falling a bit back, clearly hoping to bait the British force into slightly more open terrain where they can rip them apart with machine guns. And it does seem to be working somewhat. Support weapon training as well here out of Dr. Jekyll. Slowly pushing forward, German forces falling back here. Maybe hoping to outmaneuver them, catch them as they attack, or maybe there's something else now suddenly deciding to fight out in the open here. Seems to be a bit of indecision at all. Perhaps a bit of an ingenious trick to try and bait him into the mine, and no! Narrowly dodges the mine. Very lucky there for Dr. Jekyll. Bit of a painful moment there for Xufe. This is watching all that expensive infantry just walk straight around his mine. There you go, mine sweep him as well there, of course, paying off that mine sweeper excellently there for Dr. Jekyll. Otherwise, that could have been a lot of manpower he had to expend, plus send these squads back for reinforcements. So that would have been effective, very powerful mine in a sense. Pulling forward, German forces continue to be very hesitant there. We got the Panzerfahrt there and the Sturmpanzer of Angrybirds. Another cache there out of Ausar the Vile.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Dr. Jekyll very slowly advancing in the east. And on the west side here, Starswim being faced with the might of the Greyhound and the Route. We got another foot guard section out of Dr. Jekyll. Certainly a novel strategy out of him there. Certainly not what I quite expect out of the average British player in 2v2s, but there you go. German forces pushing up from the nearest. He's been caught with the Vickers, foot guards joining in, gammon bombs being chucked into the midst here. Doing a fair bit of damage, but interesting enough, not actually causing a single casualty. That is very lucky there for Xufe. That means you just, heal it away, meaning he doesn't have to expend manpower on it. Third foot guard section has finally arrived here for Dr. Jekyll. Grants are being prepared. West side team machine holding up, packs repositioned towards us and expecting perhaps a massive allied assault there. Air reconnaissance out here of Ausar the Vile. He's also finally going for the tank depot. Thumbs up to that. Germans also got their own fuel cache up here in the castle ruins on the fuel point there. So, quite a few fuel caches this match really. Officers' quarters for the Panzer Company. Thumbs up to Angrybirds. Has selected the Arc-Darts. It looks like Angrybirds will prioritize the Panther rather than the Vesper. Which is a bit of rarity nowadays for most of our players preferring to go straight for the Vesper, in particular in team games. For good reason, it's incredibly good. But Brand they're pushing forward, engaging the advancing German troops, racing in and trying to whittle them down, but Angrybirds' Panzer Grenadiers are proven to be made out of a bit of a sterner stuff than that, apparently, at least for a few more seconds. Foot guys on the move, Sapper supporting Vickers. They're also trying to get into position, but yeah, not quite smoothly working out here for Dr. Jekyll at the moment. Tank depot's almost done. Quick grenade assault there. Both players in a sort of sense here in the east, a bit of a standoff there. Due to the way the castle are set up. It does become a bit difficult for the other ones, like just get up a touch advantageous position. The other one like basically pushes the nose through, gets the nose punched in. Oh. He actually moves his in the Panther 4 to be exposed to the foot guards, but they all have veterans 1-2. Luckily for them, no stacker shot here, which could stun the Panther 4 and, like, you know, get it locked up. That's it. Some of these foot guards really don't take too much damage, and I think you should just withdraw at least some of them. Grant is on the way here. Center, German forces fighting for that victory point as American forces keep pushing in. B Company keeps rushing forwards. And we got the Stukas of Fuss for Xufe. Thumbs up. Grant almost done here for Dr.Jekyll. Got Radionet. And we almost got the entirety of the battle group here for Ausar. Just needs War Machine and he's good to go. There we go, strafing one out of the US Air Force here. Catching the machine gun and the Panzers in one swoop here. Could push forwards under cover of that. Maybe do some serious damage here to Angrybirds. There you go. Stukas is firing at the foot guards, forcing a retreat here. Zappers taking staggering loss as well. We do have the Grant moving in here. Catching the 250 after. First gun scores a hit, but the main gun misses. Very lucky there. Ken Krat knocked out. Not, I think, the biggest loss of Angrybirds at this point of the match. Hardly something that will keep him up at night. Covered in cold sweat. It's a Ketten card. I could have saved it. Baker's cleared out here. Stinging blow there to Dr. Jekyll and Germany. Armor training on the way as well there. But I think he needs to get this Grant out of there. And in the center, Sturmpanzer there, keeping American forces at bay. But the anti-tank crews here are doing something right. He's actually using the Veterans 1 ability. 2 thumbs up to Ausar. Such a rare sight to actually someone make use of that ability. It's good, but so many people just sleep on that armor-piercing rounds ability. And easy. Brief consider their bows. I know he goes for it after all. Brad Pitt fan club calling to him. Join us, Ausar. Join us. We have chocolate mousse.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Anyways, Greyhound there is the MD-42. Another cache there for Ausar. Total of 3 fuel caches there. They're clearly looking to just, you know, go big on tanks, and, you know, who can blame them? German forces building up here. Panther withdrawing, setting up a shop around the Sturmpanzer. Does mean the east side is a bit more to push here by the foot guards, but it could, of course, be relying here on the fog of war to, like, you know, make Dr. Jekyll hesitant to push in and just destroy the fuel cache because he doesn't know what's on the end of the wall there. And fun fact, there's actually a great example of the fog of war really helping out the Germans as well. That's actually Normandy, where in many cases the Americans just wouldn't push because they're worried about much more than was actually there. But anyways, does push in. He makes the air-reconnaissance move and pushes in, going, good God, there are no Germans about! Balderdash. Anyways, Graham being slammed here, rocking quite a bit of bad spot. Now we got the Germans pushing against Ausar, deciding that Dr. Jekyll is not of a fit, but they're good. They encounter the EC-8 and Brad Pitt.
Our anti-tank gun is out of
Lost an anti-tank crew here, though. Good work. Could try and flank in here. Instead, instead of flanking in, they try to spot up. They're basically attacking forwards into the Germans that are like trying to hit in from here because right now, again, most of the German guns are focused. It's where to attack in here, catch a lot of the support weapons off guard, and do a lot of damage. I feel like this is a missed opportunity down of Dr. Jekyll. We got another Panther 4. The Sword Grenadiers out there for Xufe. 2 thumbs up. Panthers for Angrybirds. Thumbs up. But yeah. You know, it's good he's responding, but again, I feel like a flank attack would have been more successful. Now instead we got foot guards getting hammered with the Stukas of Fuss. Ausar definitely took some losses there, going for another replacement squad here. EC-8 almost got the Panzer Grenadiers, but has to face off against the Panzer 4. It's more armored reserves here out of the 3rd Panzer Division are being committed here, as they've been able to pull up support from the nearby Panzer Division. More grants for Dr. Jekyll.
The enemy remains stubborn. We are down to 3.
Ausar not too far away from a 2nd Sherman EC-8.
We have been granted spotted a Panther tank.
Panther arriving there for Angrybirds and Deutschland. German forces here punching holes in the Allied front line like it's made out of really cheap canvas. Eastside there, a bit of skirmishing here in the castle ruins. Foot guards versus Panzergrenadiers, Thompsons versus Sturmgewehre. MG42 as well, Johnny, and Gamma Bomb there going off. Grant's number 2 almost ready here for Dr. Jekyll and does hit the field. Ausar seconds away from a Sherman EC8. Allied forces continue to build up their armor, their tanks. Panther ready, the Model D, which was the early model of the Panther with the largest number of issues. Other issues also had was, for example, its turret wasn't actually like, you know, had a motor to, you know, turn around, so it was actually hand cranked, so it had a very slow turret rotation. Which most video games, like any strategic ones, don't so much show off on. But little fun fact there. Another EC on the way there for Ausar.T.V. Panther 4 kaput. Heavy fire there. Panzergrenadiers, Panzer slammed here. Another Panther 4 down. The Grants are going to town here on the Germans. Heavy losses there for Xufe. Dr. Jekyll finally getting his revenge after all the losses he suffered. Take that, you bloody German bastards! I hate every single one of you! Foot guards moving in here, Panther withdrawing. And then he's sat there, Vickers catching a German machine and quickly dispatching it there. Good old World War I fashion. So with this, the Allies definitely have a bit more advantage now with the Germans. With 4 tanks versus a Panther. That's definitely a case of being outgunned, to put it gently.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Also worth noting, he actually used the Radiant ability to actually boost his Grant's firepower. So, 2 thumbs at Dr. Jekyll. Very overlooked ability, but on the right hand, it does really pack a punch. More Grants on the way there, particularly once you get more tanks. And of course, the Grants in particular benefit the most from it because they have the most guns. So, smart play there by Dr. Jekyll. Germans on the east side, though, have managed to push back the Allies there, not leaving too many units here. Both Xufe and Angrybirds are able to push back against Dr. Jekyll's control of the eastern hills. And we got a recovery tank here out of Ausar.T.V. Thumbs up, Flag 36 for Xufe. Will he go for a recovery tank? I don't know. Recovery half tank, I don't know. Panthers for Angrybirds. More of them. And there go Grants. Actually crashing the machine gun there and its crew. Ace Grant there pushed back. Ace Grant does have some handy abilities. Increased penetration at Veteran D3 and of course a lot of rate of fire bonus. Then you combine that of course with Radionet, you can really get those guns glowing, if you will. Plus of course the bonuses they get out of the training as well. So definitely a very nasty tank.
Ready to serve.
Second Panther ready here for Angrybirds and the Germans. Starts swimming forwards. And Allies have now managed to take the Germans in terms of victory points. We'll have to see if the Allies decide to see if they can't push the advantage more and push the Germans off the field. Or if they just try and figure, well, you know, we can just camp it out and I'll basically just try and, like, you know, play it easy. As that also has its advantage. Obviously, you don't have to put in as much effort. You can relax more. Of course, the Allies, you can always just relax a bit, but it also means the Germans have a bit more of a chance to get back into the match if they're a bit active. Whereas again, being passive, I mean, you don't risk, like, you know, you throwing away units in a ill-coordinated attack, for example. There you go, Flag 36 there, being moved to the front line here. Technocrats here for Angrybirds, likely for spotting here, and there you go, MD34 team, they're getting hit with Allied airburst shells. East side here, fighting for the points here, Greyhound slamming into the German troops, Foot guards dashing in.
Our adversary is pushing back.
Grenades off.
We are down to 250 points.
Yeah, a bit of a standoff here. They just got all these tanks, but they're clearly hesitant to commit them in case they lose them. And again, I can't entirely fault them for it, but at the same time, if they're too passive, they just give the Germans more chance to build up their own forces. And maybe pull off some really smart maneuver here. Head-on assault here. Another grunt, but actually Matilda here out of Dr. Jekyll. An interesting choice there. Not entirely sure that's what I would pick there personally. Like, he's got already 3 grunts. He's got Radionet. I feel like just another grunt would synergize a lot better with 3 grunts and Radionet and Matilda 2. There we go. Stuckers first though. Knocking holes there in the Allied line. Support weapons being destroyed as the massive, I think, 300 or so millimeter rockets just go off there. And the route will almost taken as well here. Sturmpanzers delivering the pain. Flak 36 being edged ever closer. Good darts straight into the Sturmpanzer. The results are as horrifying as they are predictable. Now we are seeing the Germans sort of take more of the initiative here. Again, highlighting the Allies just might be playing a bit too passively here and thus giving the Germans a chance to get the advantage. And there you go. Flak 36 scores a hit, but no! Okay, I thought he was getting wiped already, but no, he's just pulling away with a half-track. Thumbs up there to Xufe for getting the crew out of that one. Matilda 2 there on the move. The infantry tank. Starts from the center here, getting raked with high explosives. There you go. Panthers engaging the high velocity gun there. Delivering accurate fire there against the EC-8s. Machine gun there, Basie, and strafing run inbound here from Ausar. In fact, he's gone an upgrade so that has a double strafe. Thumbs up. Eastside here, British or American forces probing away there. Catching the assault grenadiers under Xufe in a bit of an uncomfortable spot. So who bought the Panzerfaust? Come on, guys. Oh, don't tell me we have another rat pit situation. You somehow all forgot the Panzerfausts. Also, total of 4 assault grenadiers out of Xufe. Thumbs up. That is a commitment to the assault grenadier cause. Grant's responding here to the push on the west side here. And he's withdrawing the Matilda. Oh, I guess it was an accident. He just didn't catch it until it was too late. Of course, as the British, he can just withdraw it and refit it, like regain the resources. Meaning for the British, a mistake like this certainly cost in the time, doesn't really cost them resources. It's, you know, worse if say you intend to go for like Panther, but you went for Sturmpanzer. Sturmpanzer down, but going with these 8 hard here, he does get it, but loses the tank. Perhaps not quite the smoothest trade-off there, and could have been coordinated better here with the grants, for example. I think that could have done a lot more damage to the Germans overall. Quite a bit of fuel resource floated there. We got another grant there on the way now for Dr. Jekyll, no surprise, and another EC-8 for Ausar.T.V. Which of course means Dr. Jekyll will have a significant armoured force here to unleash against his opponent. More strafing runs, but there you go. Stuckers was barrage. In fact, he's going straight for not 4, but 5 grunts, an entire platoon or squadron. That's a lot of grunts, and imagine that then with the Radionet. That could do some immense damage to the Germans if executed correctly here. Particularly the Germans don't try to, like, you know, prevent this Grant horde from building. There you go, another ECA down here. Grant's moving in, too late here to assist. Perhaps could be coordinating a bit better there to assist his teammate. Got one Panther though here. Tiger tank has arrived as all this was happening. I got so caught up here in the frontline action that I missed it. Another Panther about to go down. The Grant's just shelling it here. And allows it to get away there. Grenades off there. Pack joining in there. Tiger tank's about to score a hit, and there you go. Grant down. Heavy losses on both sides. Countless tanks exploding. And we got an artillery called in here from Dr. Jekyll. Pack crews decimated. Tiger Tank being caught up in it as well there. Easy Heat racing in. Brad Pitt wants vengeance. It's in his blood. It is his destiny. Dr. Jekyll, though, not moving in his ground assist here. This time, Tuna thinks they got the Panther and the Tiger Tank, though they probably weren't anticipating. These guys will actually park their tanks with little to no health at the edge of the base. This, by the way, is not a good setup there. You really don't want, like, you know, in a situation, but theoretically, your opponent can just drop the tanks, take a shot, and then just knock out your stuff there. They should be withdrawing this much into the interior of the base there to protect them against such a move here. This is definitely not an ideal move there. And of course here, Ausar.T.V turning to the recovery vehicle. Starts... Wait. He lost one and now he's recovered. No, he's salvaging. Okay, I thought he was just going to recover both of them. Like, recover that one and then start recovering multiple tanks at the same time. That'd have been something else, though. There, it says 2 of them now? Oh, Jorgen. Try not to think about it too much. Panther engaging these Heat Betty 2 Panther crew driving forwards. Starstorm Panther moving in there. Go Stucker's barrage. Midlands. That could actually do some damage. There we go. EC8 being a cover. Oh, the sappers are getting completely just turned into mush. So many sappers gone. Grant's coming in there, going for the Tiger Tank. Panthers advancing, and we got here an artillery strike calling against the Germans there. One Grant caught there in a bad spot, may not make it. Foot guard charging forwards, even as artillery shots are raining down, and they're getting completely annihilated. Oh dear. So many foot guards just turn into nothing. Panthers breaching through here. Another Panther arriving there for Angrybirds as Xufe's Tiger forms up as the vanguard of this armored fist of das Vaterland. Grants mostly make it out of that one. Nissan here, Panther goes for the Greyhound. 123 to 274. Allies do a good lead of the Germans. Germans are victory points, but in other respects, they've definitely taken a bit beating. Dr. Jekyll, of course, here could go for the Black Prince next. He withdraws the heavily damaged Grant. While repair at the front line, you can leave that to some other poor bastard and get yourself another tank. Full price. I'm sure the mechanics of the rear line just going to be like, oh, bloody hell, they're doing it again. Sir, they're doing it again. Doing what? Sending back tanks they haven't repaired for full refund. Well, isn't that what it's supposed to do? But it leaves more work for us, sir. Shut up. Anyways, we've got the Black Prince out there for Dr. Jekyll, the unicorn of the British Army. Another EC8 on the way here for Ausar. Tiger Tank down the hunt. Route squad, they need to be careful. Grenades, a few bazooka hits there. Grant's linking up with the Black Prince alongside the recovery tank there. Route squad there, narrowly avoiding getting turned into pulp by the Tiger Tank.
Artillery batteries are requesting order.
There you go, Grant's going forward. A cacophony of shells going off there, being got radio net. So many shots being fired off there, and even popping the veterans' one ability. The guns are just running hot there. I mean, there's a genuine risk they could actually overheat. One Grant exploded, probably more due to German munitions than their own munitions cooking off. One Grant, the Ace little Black Prince pushing forwards here. Ace Panther crew joining in there against the Black Prince of the Grants, and again, Radionet still active. So many shots there, the Panther can't hold off against it. Another Panther left. Nothing but burning scrap metal. More Panthers for Angrybirds. Tiger Tank, that's withdraw in the face of this Allied steamroller there out of the British Empire. They keep rolling. Rolling. And there you go. Panzerjäger's perforated. Put to pasture. Oh, Tiger for a Grant. The German losses at this point are spectacular. Xufe, of course, like a desperate man, turns to Stooks like others turn to religion on the deathbed.
Enemy forces have captured
Of course, others, of course, know you should always just focus on the Stooks first. But that's another story. Going here for the EC8s. Will Angrybirds also turn to the Stooks? Will he just keep, you know, praying to Panthers? We'll have to see. More grants for Dr. Jekyll here. EC8s to get out before the Stooks knock them out. Come on, Rudolph. They've got Shermans to blow up. Almost had it. The EC on the flank. Their Panther going for the Black Prince. Bit risky, and we got still the Ace Grant here supporting. Very hectic, chaotic stuff here. Stukas was joining in. Panther's about to go kaput. Rockets landing down here. Another Panther down. So many Panthers knocked out. They haven't really knocked out a lot of tanks in comparison. Like, I would not be surprised if it turns out he's, you know, lost more Panthers and destroyed tanks with the Panthers. Email Stooks, of course, conducting a few repairs there. Sappers on the way for Dr. Jekyll. Bringing the Sturmgeschütze ahead. Panzer's being headed with the EC8s. And there, got artillery called in. No, it's actually Lloyd out of Xufe. Catching the heavily allied damaged tanks and might just be able to knock them out here because the Allies haven't brought in anti-aircraft tanks, obviously, or anti-aircraft guns at all. No, it looks like in the end they just get one EC8, that's it. In theory, they could still be recovered. Another EC on the way there for Ausar.
Do not falter now. They only have 100 points.
German forces pushing in, pressing Allied anti-tank and into service of the Third Reich as the advanced assault groups moving up the east side. Remaining fairly firm there, and we got a lot of jeeps out of ours as well. There is he doing that on purpose? If so, why? I'm guessing it might be to rush out to grab points. That's like the only real reason I can imagine that. Rival score there completely split across here, but the ace Stuttgart's at first. Wow, that's an ace one. With some big accuracy bonus. More crucially, some big rate of fire bonuses. Starstorm hard at work here in the center.
Report. The enemy is
And another flak phase 6 for Xufe. Wow. You know what happened to the first one? I guess artillery did it in on airstrike. Starstorm, they're about to get wiped. Definitely should upgrade those troops with machine guns.
Victory point lost.
Ace Grant squaring off against the double Stooks. Another interesting on the way for Ausar.
The enemy's down to only 50 points. Stand firm.
50 points left here for the Germans.
Reconnaissance vehicle is lost.
Yep, keeps being used to grab points. Could also see the Vickers there with the foot guards. Roughness of Panzer Grenadiers, though. Panzer's definitely holding the upper the carts. More Stukas was barraging here out of the ace one there. Try and take out a jeep with it is ambitious. And the British and American force corps just fighting desperately to keep the victory points under their control here. Panzer is rolling forwards. Command tanks out of Xufe. Wow. Force is definitely evolving here, and we got more grants under Dr. Jekyll. Flank fence has been brought to the foreground. We're trying to cover that EC8 there, and we got another Panther for Angrybirds. Continues to refuse to see the light of the Sturmgeschütz.
Territory from us.
Flak 36 was the G. Stooks missed the G. Other Stook gets it. Looks like an assault grenade squad got absolutely demolished there. And we got another Stooks barrage here. Engineers, mortar crews, all getting like just turned into fresh coat of paint there for that Grant. Reginald, is this supposed to be red? No.
We have been granted planted a Panther tank.
Well, we might have a problem then. Easily finding for the victory point is rather nasty, though. Splitting off the Grant here could theoretically mean the Germans could try and push in here and, like, overwhelm the Allies, or attack the isolated Grant over there and take that out.
Are requesting orders, Commandant.
I'd probably get the command tank closer to that Stooks to just buff them, because the Stooks, with a command tank behind them, actually become fairly, like, tough. They gain a significant armor bonus that way. More Jeeps from Ausar. Angrybirds ordering his men forwards once more through a scathing storm of high explosives there. Panthers and flaks moving forwards here, bombarding allied tanks, trying to force them back. Now we got the Stooks on the push. 6 Pounder gun joining in, command tank in the way there. Some shots bouncing off still. The Stook takes a lot of damage here. We're going to get the Panther a bit closer here as well. Now the Stukas' barrage, more rockets, direct hit on the crew. Allied armor spraying off here, one Stuk kaput. Black 36 being brought up closer. More damage inflicted here. Grants are barely holding up in the face of the Flak 36. More sabotage. Dr.Jekyll calls another Stukas' barrage.
We have 100 points left.
Grant kaput. 99 versus 47. More EC8s out of Ausar.T.V. And we even got him sneak up on the western victory point with the Jeep. We got the command tank especially with that. Quick response there by Xufe. Thumbs up. Sturmpanzers out of Angrybirds. And the Flak 36 in trouble, trying to hold out there before it gets wiped out. He has to actually abandon because he might lose the truck, in which case he's going to lose the crew all the way without actually going to show off. And there you go. Decrewed. Should quickly recruit and get the flak gun firing in the Sherman EC8s here. Allied center might just be collapsing under this, and we actually got to push on the east side here with a Panzer III. He actually called it in with the Panzer... What? Okay. Figured we'd gone for the Panzer IV there, but he actually went for the Panzer... Fine, he was the Panzer IV. Maybe that was a misclick. First time in a long... I've seen that one there being used, but oh well. More grants on the way there for Dr. Jekyll. Germans, they are seizing the center at high cost, but they are pushing their way through. They got that Stukas which is going absolutely bananas here. Allies getting a bit more defensive here. 64 versus 42. And Flak Fix being sneaked forward to the front line again. Third ground almost done for Dr. Jekyll. 64 versus 37. Strafing around here, catching the German forces by the centre here in a bit of a nasty airborne storm. They almost losing the star storm to it. But Allied forces also actually some problems, particularly with the infantry. They can't easily just punch through as much as they would like to. And they are sneaking up here on the flank at least, but to at least harass them. But they could also launch attacks from a more indirect angle at the Germans. But they don't. Stu getting flanked, needs to get out of there. We got the 6 Pounder on the Flak Face joining. Stu kaput though. Tragic loss for the German peoples. 29 points left. Allies are holding out here. Command tank, exposed to the rear armor to the foot guards, and down it goes. Got the artillery of Dr. Jekyll clearing up the Flak 36.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Sturmpanzer Panther at it. 57 versus 29. This match is utter chaos, utter carnage. Artillery's going down all over the place here. Black Prince down, EC8 down. Almost could take out the other EC8 as well here, and the recovery tank. That would be pretty difficult to recover from here. Looks like he doesn't do it. More foot guards taking out with Dr. Jekyll here.
One of our anti-tank guns has been fired.
35 versus 29. And go popping in the assault grenadiers with an ace half track and takes out the foot guards. finally dashing with the ground, but it feels like too little too late here to Dr.Jekyll, honestly, for that one. Should have been sitting around there so long there. Ace Panther there again here, knocks it out. This just looks like it might be it. Somehow the Germans have managed to win this. And there you go, GG, game over. An absolutely brutal 2v2 there with heavy losses on both sides and countless casualties as things just got really out of hand and a lot of blown up tanks. So very brutal 2v2 there. That said, felt like there was a bit of time of struggle here with the coordination of the armor there by the Allies, like one push, the other withdrawal, leaving some of their tanks exposed. But also, again, a bit of an inability, I think, to like attack from the flanks, I think also helped out the Germans at like crucial times. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. This is Imperial News. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another Sunday episode. Bye, everyone.